guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Today I have a full face of Asian owned beauty brands. I've been meaning to do this video since May, but this video just got pushed back. Other videos got pushed forward because I absolutely love all of these brands. Some products I'm using today are new to me. Some of them are my staples, and I'm just really excited to share some love and put a spotlight on some beautiful Asian owned beauty products, beauty brands. And I love how the final look turned out. We have a very soft pink look. So with that being said, if you guys are interested in seeing how I achieve this look with Asian beauty products, then please continue watching. So first, starting off, I'm going in with my Heimish Tone Up Sunscreen. I've actually used this only once before and it was super pink. So I'm only going to take a little bit of this. This is not going to be my sunscreen for today. I already have my sunscreen on. I'm just using it more as like a brightening kind of primer, but it is very liquidy and it's super pink. So I'm just gonna take just a little bit and I'll just work that in with my fingers actually. So you can see like it's super light. If you're gonna get this as a sunscreen, just know that it's gonna have a white cast, but I feel like Koreans use this more as like a brightening type of product, and it does have a fragrance to it as well. I've been trying to get into more Heimish products. Oh, it's not Heimish, it's heimish. I've been saying Heimish all this time. When someone told me it was heimish, like hey-mish, I was like, no. It's hard to like fix my pronunciation, but heimish. It does dry down really quickly though. It's not really like dewy or anything, it's actually quite matte. But for my base, I'm going in with the Tower 28 Sunny Days Tinted Sunscreen. I wear the shade number 20 Mulholland. I've heard that Tower 28 was Asian owned, but I just had to do like one more check if they were, and they are, which is amazing. I feel so proud because I feel like Tower 28 right now is such a popular brand, and all of their products honestly are so amazing. I love their Shine On lip jelly. I love their blush. Well, that's the only three things I have. Although they don't have like a full lineup of products, they all have become staples in my collection. I feel like they do really focus on like, you know, quality over quantity. And then for concealer, I only have one concealer that's from an Asian beauty brand, and it's from a Chinese beauty brand. It's called Little Ondine. This is actually quite hard to get if you're outside of China because they actually sent this to me, but I'll try to find a link for you guys. So this one is quite good. I've used it a few times now. I'm just gonna use it under my eyes first. This mirror is from Flower Nose because we're going for a pink look today. So I have my pink mirror. But this one's really nice. It's like really nice and creamy. It's quite hydrating. I would say the coverage is a bit like maybe light to medium. It's not like the fullest coverage, but it's pretty good. I usually don't use it over like my blemishes, but I think for today's video, I'll just go ahead and do that. I feel like my skin, just touching wood, has been doing okay. But when I feel like my skin is doing okay, I'm probably getting my period soon, and then I'm gonna start breaking out again. So it's just the whole cycle. I don't have any really active breakouts right now, which is good. Like everything is just scarring that needs a little bit of extra coverage. So I think I'm doing pretty good right now. I'm feeling a little better. I mean, it was Tubby's 1-year anniversary yesterday, so I was feeling a little bit yesterday, but I mean, I'm still feeling weird today, but yesterday just especially. But I think I'm doing okay, and I think that shows in my skin when I'm doing okay. It's like my skin feels clearer. That means I'm doing a little bit better. But when my skin is doing quite bad, it's either I'm stress eating, not sleeping. I've been really prioritizing sleep. Hopefully my dark circles will appreciate that. You definitely still can see a bit of scarring, but I'm okay with it. Just let it be, you know, whatever. But next up, I'm going into my Cosmetics So Soft Contour Stick in the shade Terra. This has been like my everyday jaw contour, so I'll take this little brush here, go along my jaw, because I know I keep talking about my weight gain, but like the feels is real. So I just like to go in like that, draw more like a harsh line, like a shadow, because what I really like about this shade is that it's not too warm, it's not too cool either. It's a really nice neutral tone, so I think it works really great. It doesn't create like an ashy tone on my skin. And then I just take the other fluffy side and I'll just dab that out for a very soft shadow. And you know, like, I don't really know if this really does much, but it makes me feel better. So if it makes me feel better, I think that's good enough, right? And now to set the face in, I'm taking my Flower Nose Unicorn Press powder. This is in porcelain. I recently reviewed their whole unicorn collection, so I'll have that link up here if you guys want to check it out, but it's absolutely stunning. Flower Nose is a Chinese beauty brand and their stuff is just so pretty. And I really do enjoy this powder. So I'm just taking my powder puff and I gotta ruin the unicorn. And just taking a little bit, I'm just gonna dab some, that's a little too much. And we will apply this really gently over my skin, but my skin has been pretty dry, so just going in with less powder and just really tapping it on. But this powder really, it just makes you look very smooth. So yeah, the mirror is from Flower Nose as well. Like, this stuff is really pretty. You guys gotta check them out if you can. They recently just started going international. Yeah, I do have a 5% off discount code, which is affiliated if you guys want to use. It's just my name, Judy, at checkout. So that's pretty much my base done for now. We will do the cheeks a little bit later on. I'm gonna go off camera and do my brows because I don't have Asian beauty products for my brows, so I'm just gonna skip that, do my brows, and probably do one eye off camera so I know what I'm doing, but I'll be right back, just in a jiffy. And I'm back. So I have my brows on. We got a little thin brow moment, which I wish every day I could do my brows like this. Today is a pretty good brow day. But this is the eye look. It's just something soft, very easy. The two palettes that we'll be using, the main one is this one from Heimish. It's their glitter eyeshadow palette in a coral berry. I actually got this a few months back now, and I've never used it before, so this was my first time. But because this one is a very light palette, I did also take my Kaleidos. I think this is called the Cold Brew palette. It is a little quad and I mainly just use these two shades for my liner and just for deepening. But Kaleidos is also Asian owned, which is amazing. I feel just so proud. These are the two palettes that I use to create this look. So let's hop right into it, shall we? So I do have my eyes primed already. Today I'm just using the ColourPop one. I don't have an Asian owned one, but I just have that on my eyes. But we're first gonna hop into this mauve shade here. There is no shade name, so I'm just gonna point to it. So this pinky mauve shade, it pretty much is a matte shadow, but it does have little specks of glitters in there, which I feel like is pretty common for Korean palettes. And you actually do see those glitters on your eyes even if you're blending the shadow out, because I've experienced that with ColourPop's palettes, that the mattes that have these little shimmers in, once you put it on the eyes, they kind of just fly away. But on this, like maybe to the camera you can't see, but definitely to the eye, it's definitely there. I am just gonna take that same shadow onto my lower lash line as well. I'm just dusting it all over. And then next up, I went into this shade in the corner. It's like the darkest metallic. And I first used that to deepen out the outer edge here, but I just felt like it was a little too light to be really deepening anything out. So I went into my Kaleidos palette and took the medium shade here. But these are very pigmented, so I do take a lot of it and take that off on the back of my hand and then use what's left so I can get a really soft definition at the outer edge. Like, I don't want it to be too dramatic, but I just feel like I need a bit of contour around my eyes, so I'm just focusing that at the outer corner here. So it's like very soft, it's very subtle, nothing too intense, and then also into the inner third. So taking a mixture of those two shades. But this palette is actually really nice from the shades that I did get to use. It's definitely a very soft palette, like soft everyday, very whimsical. So if you like that, then I think you'll love this palette. The next shade I'm going into is this one up in the corner, the lightest like duochrome pink, and that is going right at the center of our eyes, blending that up into our crease, getting that all diffused out for a nice halo effect. And as you can see, like, this one is nothing too foiled. It's very sparse. And then I'm gonna take this shade in the middle here, the stark white, and this is going in our inner corners. I love a good inner corner highlight, and I love this brush for it. It's from Game Beauty. Alright, and then lastly from the Heimish palette, just taking the glitter in the middle love how there's a glitter in here because I feel like it just tops off the look. So I'm gonna dab that above my crease at the center, and I'm just like tapping it wherever. I just want these more chunky glitters to be quite spread out so they can sparkle. Now it's time for liner, and I have a new one that I want to test out from a new brand that I've never tried. So this is from Vivienne Beauty. It is a Chinese beauty brand, and they sent me 2 of their eyeliners along with some other things. I have one more product that we're going to be using today, but we'll first try out their eyeliner. So I have the brown and black, and I was really excited to use these because I feel like in Western market it's so hard to find a brown liquid liner. But I don't know if it's like my one, but it does feel quite dried out, like, you know, like I'm shaking it too, so maybe I need to shake it more. But I do like the brush tip. It is very, very soft. I'm just gonna line my lash line with this. So yeah, if you guys have tried this brand and this eyeliner and the same thing happened to you, let me know. I don't know if it's just like I got a bad one or if this is like actually the formula. But I am gonna go back into my Kaleidos palette and take the darkest brown to, of course, smudge out my wing. Now it's time for mascara. I'm using my absolute favorite mascara from Heimish. It's their Smudge Stop mascara. I've talked about this for so many years now. I also do have a lash lift going on right now as well. I'm actually on my 4th week of my lash lift, and it's my first time getting one. And it's been lasting quite a while. I thought maybe around like the 3rd or 4th week it would sort of start fading, but I feel like I'm at my 4th week and I still got a decent curl, which is pretty good. Already booked for my next lash lift appointment in 2 weeks, so I'm excited for that. Now back onto the cheeks, going in with blush. This one currently has been my go-to. It's also from Flower Nose of their Unicorn collection. I personally love the shade number 5. It's such a nice muted peachy pink, and I think it would go perfectly for this look. For this blush, I don't even care about the imprint anymore because I use this all the time. I like to apply it to the apples on my cheeks. I've been really liking that look. And then blending it back up here, but mostly right here. As for highlighter, I have this one from Vivienne Beauty, the same brand as the liquid eyeliner I use, the Chinese beauty brand. So this is actually a highlighter, and look how mini and small this is. This is actually, I think, the full size product, but I feel like all highlighters should be this size because when do we go through a full highlighter? I feel like highlighter is the hardest one to go through. And I'm gonna apply that to, ooh, that is really reflective, but I love it. I feel like now I have a little point on my nose. I haven't been really applying highlighter onto the top of my cheekbones, but just to test this out, I will today. Let's see. Yeah, it's very glittery, so it's a bit more sparse, but it's really pretty. I actually quite like that. I like the color. I think it matches my skin tone really well. This would be good as an eyeshadow as well, to be honest. And finally, onto the lips. I have these as my options today. So these are from Unleashia. It's their non-sticky dazzle tint, which you guys know I love. So this is their new packaging. It used to look like this, but now it looks like this. And Unleashia actually sent me a package, guys, which is crazy. And they sent some new shades, so I have them swatched here. So this one's number 10, number 11, and number 12. I'm thinking maybe start off with number 10 and do a gradient with number 12. I used one of these shades once, felt a bit different from the usual dazzle tint, so I don't know if like it's repackaged and reformulated, but this one is number 10. It's quite light on my lips. I don't know, I just feel like the old formula was a little bit more pigmented. And then I'll go in with number 12. I'm sorry, it suddenly just got super dark. And then I'll put that in the rim of my lip. I don't know, these feel different from the original. I feel like they reformulated. And I keep getting this in my mouth. Does not taste good. Alright guys, so here we have the final look using a full face of Asian beauty products. I absolutely love how this look turned out. I love the soft pinks. It just looks very youthful, and you guys know I love wearing pinks. It's one of my favorite colors to wear. I of course will have all of the products linked down below in my description, so open that up if you would like to check all of these brands out. I'll also leave their Instagrams as well in case you haven't heard of them and you want to check them out. I'll leave those links for you down below in my description. But that does conclude today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely need to do this more, like a full face of Asian beauty, because I really just want to put a spotlight on this. But thank you guys so much for watching as always. I love you guys so much, and I'll go ahead and see you guys in my next video. Bye!